Hi, welcome back. My name's Lee Stakes. This is the Something Out of Nothing YouTube channel where I'm kind of documenting me doing a show, really, and other bits and bobs in between, just because I want to make videos and put them online. That's just one of those things. We'll be talking about the setup today, and also talking about being naked on stage, setting yourself on fire, and messing with sharp objects. Stay tuned. The setup I'm going for. So I'll have the table. It's kind of hard to film the point, but I'll have the table kind of there. That I'll sort out and put like a backdrop in, or do something with the background. I kind of like the white. So if I can clean it up a bit, maybe put something. So I'm looking at the background from the thing. So yeah. So I've set the kind of table up there just to say that that'll be my marker spot or the center point. I'll remove the sofa out of the way. So the sofa won't be there, and I'll move the chairs and anything else like the case and things like that, that'll all get moved. And then that'll be where the performance is done. Then for the back, I've got a few backdrops. So I might use one of the backdrops, or I might leave it white and put the graphic up. I haven't decided yet. I'm gonna figure that out as I go. I'll kind of do some run through in different colour modes and then see what looks best. So I managed to get the lights. So I borrowed these. Hey, so I can see myself through the thing. Woo! I need to go through the instructions on them and figure out how to use the foot pedal. And then once I've got it all pre-programmed, I can use the foot pedal to cycle through what lights I want for what scene, for what part of the show. Because I kind of figured different lighting, I'll kind of set different scenes, give different moods, different effects. And it kind of just help immerse people a little bit. Well, I'm hoping it'll help immerse people a little bit into that home theatre live performance, bit of interaction. That's what I'm going for. Where like, this is where expectations, ambitions, and then skill level kind of have to meet to make something work. But this is something out of nothing, so we do what we can. But yeah, like being able to borrow those is brilliant. I think that'll help. But I do have RGB lights installed in the lighting anyway, so that helps with a little bit of ambiance, and I can control those remotely as well. So should have full control over the lighting. And then for filming, will be from this side here. So at the moment I've got the halo light on, which I do most of my filming with. Hopefully that's not blinding and ruining the shot. Cool. So yeah, so for filming I have the halo light on the tripod. So what I'll do, so I do have a camera, it's just not that great, so I'll probably film off the phone and not actually film from the other camera. It just the HDMI feed out just doesn't work properly, and it's can't be having anything go wrong. And it seems to work on the capture card. Well, there is a little bit of an issue where it's working and not working from time to time, but I think that's more of an installation issue with my computer than actually anything to do with the capture card or the Streamlabs software. And then what I'll do is I'll connect a tablet to the software, and I'll have that attached here somewhere out of shot. Sit here. So whenever I want to change a scene within Streamlabs, I can just click on the tablet and it'll either put different music in or maybe some effects in if I get that far. We'll see. So yeah, but I'll be able to choose my music, and then I'll be able to match my lighting with the music and actually do the show that way. So it should work out quite well. I'm kind of wanting to blend quite a few different elements to it. It's a lot challenging than I thought. I kind of figured I'd be able to kind of do this within a week and have everything together, but obviously life gets in the way, and then other companies and then running my own business gets in the way as well. So it is kind of, this is a spare time side hustle kind of venture going on at the moment. But it feels like, weirdly, although this is just to make the show look a little bit better, I feel like it's coming along just from this scene. You know, the actual magic is the thing that'll make the show decent. But I feel like this is the stuff that'll add the extra elements with the backdrop, and then having the lighting stand to film. And then Streamlabs, running from the tablet and being able to click through, and the foot pedal. I think all that combined will make it quite a nice experience for me as a performer, and yeah, should make it a good, hopefully a good show. That's kind of what I'm going for. That's what we need, a good show. It's all right having lots of nice tech and stuff and lighting, but the show actually has to be good, just to keep a better log of stuff and actually build them checklists and tick off where I am and what I'm actually achieving. That way then I know what I've got left to do, because there's so much to do, and every time I do something different, it makes me think, oh God, I hadn't even thought about that. So yeah, so I think I'm getting to a stage now where the set will be good. Then just need to make the magic good. So yeah, so that's yeah. So practice. Being naked on stage is kind of interesting. It's the thumbnail, but it is something. Yeah, it was a friend of mine does a show. Well, friends of mine do the Millions Magic Convention every year, and yeah, I was lucky enough to take part in that one of the years. And he was like, well, what are you going to do? And I said, oh, I'll do this, and then I'm going to be naked at the end. And he's like, no, you can't do that. I'm like, no, I want to be naked at the end. I think that'd be funny. So yeah, and I kind of thought it was funny. Do you know what? I genuinely was a bit nervous, but painting the abs on and the peculums, it just gives you a bit of a self-confidence boost when you look like you've got a six-pack on stage. That's just fact. And I've watched, I read into Baywatch, and apparently they used to do that with all actors. And then apparently Gerard Butler in 300 had his abs spray painted on. So I'm just like one of the cool kids, really, spray painting my abs on with some kind of makeup and not spray paint. But yeah, so that's getting naked on stage. Now, setting yourself on fire. This is something I've done quite a lot, to be honest. And in fact, not just in magic, but a few months back when it was lovely weather, I was doing a barbecue, and yeah, literally fireball in the face. Felt like Hades himself was trying to kiss me. Yeah, I've set myself on fire a few times, once on stage, unintentionally as well, and then a few times while trying to do photos and just practicing and stuff like that. It's quite dangerous messing with fire. You've got to respect it. Definitely have to respect it. But yeah, when I did it with the barbecue, it engulfed in flames. Didn't set on fire, but took all the hairs off my arms, and yeah, I could smell purple. It was insane. And what freaked me out the most was I didn't feel anything, which really worried me. So for like a couple of minutes I was in shock, because every other time I've set myself on fire unintentionally, you get burnt, and you know you've set yourself on fire because you get burnt. But with that, the fireball was massive. Yeah, it looked bigger to me because it was right there. I was surprised I had eyebrows left because of how close it was. But luckily I had quarantine hair, so I had it all tied back in a top knot. Yeah, I was one of those guys. So, but it's just couldn't get a haircut, and my hair grows quite fast. So that's the problem I've got this time with my hair. Should have got it cut before lockdown. And yes, one of the times there was this is a kid as well. I was doing fire magic as a kid. I don't know if you get away with it now. You don't get away with anything, but I think every generation says, "Oh, you wouldn't get away with that. You can't get away with that now." But yeah, then I did a few fire bits, and my last thing did a fireball. Yeah, fireball. Bertini, the Bertini fireball. So you've got a bowl. It's all on fire, and you rub your hand over it, and boom, flowers appear. It's very pretty. And yeah, this was when I think about 14 or something like that, maybe. Don't know. I can't fully remember how old I was. And I remember saying to one of the people with the stage hands, and it's like, "Well, what do you want me to do this?" And I'm like, "Just pack it with light fluid, it'll look ace." So he did. Just before I came on, the bowl set on fire. The flames were decent. I've got footage of it somewhere, but it's on an old. I think it's on Super 8 or something like that. That's how long ago it is. It's filmed on Super 8, and yeah, the bowl it's on fire. Do the pass, the flowers appear, and the flowers are all on fire. And then I kind of run off stage with the bowl on fire still, so it never goes out. It doesn't the fire. Run off stage. We're like going to Mark. Mark, I'm on fire. What do I do? Ran outside, threw the bowl down, and then we were like trying to put the fire out with water and stuff. But we got it out. We were all right. And then Darren. Who was the compere? He's always been the compere, as Darren, thinking about it. So Darren was the compere, then came on stage stamping out all of the flaming trail I'd left behind before introducing the next act. And that was quite fun. So that was one of the times I was set myself on fire. And then other times I did it with fire gloves for doing promo photos, and I couldn't get them out. And I literally duked them out of the door. So I was in the house doing this as well, which is quite bad. And yeah, I was just like, they're not going out. And they wouldn't go out at all. So we always make sure we've got, so if you're doing any fire, remember fire blanket, extinguisher, and yeah, anything else you need, and decent containers for all your flammables. And the reason for that is because if you don't have all that written down as a health and safety check nowadays, you won't get fire insurance. So yeah, can you believe it? People will give me fire insurance. I just kind of omit the practice out of it. And apparently it's easier to get fire insurance when you don't have fire insurance, but you've been doing a fire act for a while. What's all of that? Yeah, weird. Yeah, it's kind of going off topic. I don't know if that's still true now, but it was definitely a fact about 4 years ago. And yeah, so literally my hands were on fire with these fire gloves. I ran over to the door and I just like went, "Hey, Duke!" and straight through the door. Straight fireball traveling through the air, which was, oh, it was so funny. It's funny now looking back, but at the time I was just sheer panic and terror. And the thing is, like with fire, yeah, you only have so long to actually do certain stuff because it gets hot. So even if you've got all the precautions in place, it eventually starts to burn through whatever you've got. So any method you're doing, eventually it gets hot and starts to burn through, so you start to feel it on your skin and it gets hot fast. So you only have a small window when you're doing fire stuff. So anytime you see anybody doing any fire stuff, they genuinely, even if it's small, there's a little bit of danger there. So yeah, that's setting myself on fire. One of the few people I know have had the flash paper fly through the air and then land on the rest of the flash paper, and that yeah, that's an immense flame. And yeah, everything goes up in smoke. And yeah, sharp objects. So so I started to do razor blade swallowing, and I don't know, I can do it. It freaks me out, if I'm honest. And I think the reason why it freaks me out is because there's been a few times when I've been practicing and it's real. And one of the times I genuinely felt the razor blade nearly go down my throat, and it scared the crap out of me. I've got a little bit of video footage and it just shows nothing because it's all happening in your mouth, so you don't know what's going on. And yeah, it's quite terrifying. Okay, that were really dangerous. I feel like I'm going to swallow the razor blade then. Really. So yeah, if you're messing with sharp objects, be careful. Sharp objects, nudity, and fire. Yeah, all great combinations to make good entertainment, excellent humour, but at the same time are terrifying and life-threatening. I'll stop rambling again for today. So I feel like although I've done nothing, I feel like I've done something. And yeah, so I'm gonna try and like make a catchphrase out of set yourself objectives, be ambitious, achieve your goals, and reward yourself at every milestone. And enjoy yourselves, and I'll speak to you all soon.